All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 16th of December, 2022, day one of my 3-day streak of Street Fighter 6 second closed beta goodness. Today was a pretty epic streaming day. All right, allow me to explain why. So, first of all, today on the Level 1 podcast, we had some updates in regards to the Christmas event, voting wise and the like, but we had a nice big segment covering the year in review for both Sony and Nintendo. Both services, Sony, with PlayStation Network, as well as Nintendo with Nintendo Online, have their own respective trackers that track, the games that you've played for the course of the year, and basically say how many hours you played each one and the like. And it was pretty cool to go down memory lane and go back and say, oh yeah, I did that playthrough. This was my most epic playthrough of this console. And it was a pretty good podcast in that regard. We had a lot to talk about. We were just chilling, having a good time. And check it out. Good stuff, okay? Today's first gameplay session was Street Fighter 6, which has returned in full swing. It's working just as well as it did in the first beta. My only complaint about Street Fighter 6, so far, on consoles at least, they have not enabled a way to disable the chat. There's a running chat, and what happens is idiots watching the stream will see what, server you're on, because it's right on the screen. You can't hide it. And they'll join the server and literally just sit there and say stupid shit in the chat. Insulting stuff, dumb stuff, because they want to get attention on a stream. So after noticing that for about 20 minutes, I had enough. And I said, well, fuck this. Then we're just going to mute. We're going to block it out. We're just going to, go to a black screen between matches, and the screen will come back when the match starts. And it was fast. I mean, the matches in this game were like non-stop, and the beta's like boom, boom, boom. So it's not like there's a wait. But still, it's kind of annoying. You can't just enjoy the lobby because Capcom, in all of their amazing game design wisdom, never fathomed that someone would actually abuse the chat, and there's no way to turn it off. Like, it's just stupidity. Anyway, outside of that, today, Street Fighter 6 Beta Day 1, I played exclusively with Ryu. I tried to implement all the things that I had learned in the first beta, and even try to do some new stuff. I did really well. Like, I am actually surprised, impressed with how well I did. Did I win every match? Of course I did not. There was actually quite a few things that beat me because I didn't know what to do against them. But for the most part, I was learning, adapting. I was using big combos today. I was using drive impact today. I actually utilized my level 3 super, or whatever they call it in this one, the ultra super. It used to be ultra in Street Fighter 4. I don't know what it's called in this one, the level 3 super. But I was comboing into it. I was not only using drive impact and drive counter, but the new dash cancel system. I don't even know what it's called, but I was using that by the end too, for mix-ups, for rushdown. It was pretty fun to actually use all of the tools that the game has, now that I know what they are. In that first beta, it was like, it had been so long since I played a fighting game that not only was I attempting to learn like modern Street Fighter after having skipped Street Fighter 5 all in one weekend, but then there were all these new systems to learn, and now I pretty much am learning them, which is nice, okay? So basically it was Ryu plus all the new systems. I did really well, and by the end I was ranked platinum. Figure that one out. The game thought I did so well online, they ranked me platinum, and I ended up actually fighting against a former pro player, Jay Snyder, also known as Vizant. He used to be the world champion of EVO from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And over the years, he was always good at other games as well. I remember the CVS 2, he was quite good at. As well as other games like Super Turbo. He was actually pretty good at Super Turbo. And it was nice to actually play against him in the final set, which was so epic. It was back and forth and really, really close. And I basically lost it because of lack of knowledge of the game. Right now, the difficulties I'm having is, number one, people who are using this new dash cancel system, which I don't know the name of it. It's drive cancel, maybe it's called, where basically after doing a string of attacks, you can dash out of it. It uses your drive meter, but you can cancel out of whatever you're doing and move forward and do another string of attacks. Now, it's not infinite, but it's tricky because they could do it at any time. And if they do it and you're not expecting it, now they can either extend a combo or they can mix you up. And there was one or two people who were using it really effectively, and I really didn't know what to do to stop it. There was one guy, oh my God, he was so good. He would do it and then bait you trying to counter hit it. He'd say, "Oh, I hope he does drive impact," and he'd wait for you to do your drive impact, and he would recover from his drive cancel and do his own drive impact, which would counter yours. I was like, "Wow, that guy's good. This guy knows what he's doing. He's been studying up." So I'm learning the systems. Okay, Luke, I literally have no clue what to do against this character right now. It seems like as a mid-range character, he's faster than everyone. If he literally hits you with one punch from mid-screen, he could do a big combo. And it seems like most of his mid-range moves are completely safe. So I have no clue what to do against Luke. And the one other thing, the parry system, I don't really understand how to use it. I am parrying things, but I can't really do anything after. In Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, for example, when you parry an attack, you can usually do a counter hit right after. It's a way to punish. You can't seem to do that in Street Fighter 6. I don't know if it's just intended to block easy, like, oh, just get rid of that projectile and negate it, or, again, I'm not sure. But, man, today was great. Got a ton of wins, platinum ranked with Ryu, okay? Pretty good stream. And by the way, the final match against Jay Snyder, super fun. You should definitely check it out if you want to see an example of some of the, I would say mid-level to higher level gameplay of the game, because we had a great time fighting each other, okay? Now, tonight on the late stream, it was High on Life. 2 hours of High on Life, and man, it was good. So I finished up the world that I had been in last time, which was the world where it's a mining world where the indigenous people are being enslaved, and you need to find the guy who's in head of the mining colony. So basically, you help the indigenous people, then they let you into the mines. You finally find this guy, you fight him, he's your bounty. We did that, got a new weapon, went on to the next bounty, which was another different world, a desert planet, a lot of exploration and stuff in this planet. And then basically went on to go into a big town, almost like a western town with a saloon and everything. And then finally another city inside, and you go inside these tunnels, and then you do all this. It's pretty crazy, the amount of stuff that's in this game. It's pretty wild. So it was fun, and got great progress, and actually beat not one but two whole bounties tonight. Okay? It was pretty cool. Admittedly, not a ton of attendees. I think there's maybe like around 250 people there for the late stream, but it went really well. Engagement was, both streams, engagement was high. Support today was outstanding. Like, I don't have a complaint. It was a super duper fun streaming day for me. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and that you'll enjoy the footage if you weren't there live, okay? Now, tomorrow, Saturday the 17th of December, another full streaming day where it's going to be Street Fighter 6 on the first stream, and that's going to be God of War Ragnarok on the late stream. What I'm going to do tomorrow, I think I want to play with Guile. I'm really feeling like I want to go back and play with Guile now that I know things like how to use drive impact, drive counter, drive cancel. I want to implement that into the gameplay that I was not implementing with Guile the first time when I played in that first beta. I didn't really get it. Now it's starting to click in my head. So I think I'm going to play with Guile tomorrow and see how that goes on the first stream. And then tomorrow night on the late stream, God of War Ragnarok, we are in the midst of a major story arc. And I'm being told that when I finish that story arc, we actually head into a huge final open world side content part of the game. It's the last one. After that, basically all the side content of the game is done, and it's just story till the end. So I'm excited tomorrow to finish up that plot line and head into the side stuff. It's going to be fun. So good variety coming tomorrow. If you like the Street Fighter 6 stuff, you're in luck, because today was a really good stream, and I'm looking forward to hopefully doing well with Guile tomorrow as well. Who knows? We'll see. And, God of War Ragnarok, we're starting to get into the end game now, which is great, and I can't wait for that as well. And just thank you. Great, great streaming day. I'm actually very pleased, because I was nervous that I was not going to do well in Street Fighter 6, and it ended up being just the polar opposite, and it was a really fun time. All right, guys, please have a good night. See you in the morning for the Level 1 podcast, where, of course, I'm going to more thoroughly cover all of this in depth, and I'll see you for more fun Street Fighter and God of War tomorrow during the streams. Peace out. Have a good night, everyone. Later.